Yay! Oh my god, I forgot I have audio monitoring on. That's horrible. Where do I turn that off? Wait, I don't? Is it just... I've gotta fight demons about this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna have to pray that there's not an echo on the stream side. Oh, it's because I have the stream open in Firefox. Okay, yay. I haven't done this in 2 years, and I forgot to uncover my webcam. Yay! The creature's alive! I don't know if the chat overlay actually works, and also the music is really loud on my end. Okay, yay. Now, I have to stop touching my face so much because it is going to mess with the webcam tracking. Which is already pretty bad because I have my lamp aimed right at my screen and also my webcam, but mostly my screen. Okay. Realistically, I probably should link my OBS to my Twitch account so I can see the chat from inside OBS just in case it's not updating, because I get nervous not being able to see OBS. I missed my stream preview. But I think it's better to have the channel stream manager open on Firefox because I only have 2 monitors. Only. That's more than most people who use a computer, I think. Whatever. Whatever. This is going to be a short stream. Not that there's anyone watching or anyone who would know my usual stream length because I stream once every 2 or 3 years. It just so happens that I am home alone. My mom will be back in like an hour. I normally just cannot stream. Oh, now's my chance to see if the chat overlay works. It does! Yes! Right. My parents moved to across the hall from me. They used to be at the other end of the house, so I could stream in the middle of the night and I wouldn't wake them up. But now I cannot do that because my dad goes to work really early in the morning. So I can pretty much only do it when they're out of the house. I'm doing a photo study. I think I could open the image and like show it. I have it open in PureRef right now, so it's in a like floating secondary program because I like that it stays on top. And also because I don't know, I was just like kind of worried that it would show up. I'm studying this picture. Let me make it so all big so you can see it. Yeah. Get that shadow. I should really focus on like blocking in shapes because I only have an hour. Yay. You know, I think she's too high up. Yeah, her head's too big between the vines. Okay. The wall's more yellow than that. It is pretty similar color to her hair, actually. Maybe I made it too orange. Realistically, I would have liked to stream progress of my current animation, because that's what I did last time I was in the habit of streaming. Because it's a lot of work, and it was the only thing that made me really want to sit down and like work on those keyframes. But sadly, my current animation is like 5 shots straight of a guy getting tortured, and for like a first time Twitch stream, I didn't want to test those waters so soon. So we're sticking with girl standing next to a wall. I should work on that animation though, but so many projects in the world. And also actual schoolwork that I did stay home from school today under the guise of, yeah, I think I'll work on all that missing work I have. Oh, 1 hour to live stream? Oh, just a little. I should block in the shadows of her face. It's a bit warmer than that. There's one painter I follow who, they always have their color wheel like huge on their screen. Oh, if I pull it out like that, then it's just not visible. Come on, I've got to put it back where it goes now. They always have it taken up like a quarter of their screen though, and I'm like, you don't need it that big. I know you can pick colors accurately without that, man. But my tablet pen isn't super accurate, when I'm picking colors. So I get it sometimes. I keep like holding my pen to my mouth when I'm thinking. Dude, the webcam tracking. You gotta stop. Light hits the top of her head. Not that brightly though. And it bounces here and here over her shoulder. I don't. Wait, what do you mean by what do I use to draw? Tablet or program? Because the tablet is a Huion HS611. I got it because I like that it's bright orange, cute, and it has a bar along the top where I can change the brush size really fast. Most recent followers shown at the bottom of the screen. The world is so beautiful. But yeah, I got this drawing tablet because I like that it has express keys, because I used to have a keyboard that had media keys, and I liked that so much, but it did not work very well. So I got a new keyboard, no media keys. And it was just kind of annoying to have to use the function key so much. So, drawing tablet with media keys, heaven! And also because my tablet before that I had gotten like 5 years prior, and oh my god, Wacom does not have the monopoly it used to. Huion is putting out way better tablets these days with like 2 times the pressure sensitivity levels. And like the Wacom tablet I had back then was like $200. I got this Huion for $40. This is awesome. It's just a little inaccurate with picking colors. Well, not picking colors, just when I'm holding down the button for color picking. I guess my hand shakes, whatever. Okay, I've lost the plot. I stopped looking at the ref for too long. I got thinking about drawing tablets. Have to write an informative speech for class. And I've been trying to figure out the topic. Which informative speech is so vague. Like, one guy in my class did his speech on the power plant. Someone else did theirs on Tasmanian devils. Like, holy fuck, there's so many things I could talk about. And even when I pick a specific topic like animation, I love talking about animation and technology and animation. It's like you really gotta narrow it down, because 3D animation, 2D animation, every country in the world has their own like evolution of technology when it comes to that. So I think I'll stick to American 2D animation. Just live blogging the academic struggle. Forced to public speak. Born to do it by choice. Yeah. Animation is deeply fucked. I love sequential art. I hate making it. I love scripting comics and doing all the paneling, and then I'm like, holy fuck, I've gotta draw all these pictures. And then with animation, it's like, what if it moved good to the sound too? Oh, come on. Actually, her eyebrows aren't that visible in the reference. I really don't have my thinking cap on today. I keep looking over at the ref and being like, why did I block in that color like that? Whatever. Oh. The world is a twisted place. Let's all just think about pictures forever and never draw them. They call me the hypocrite the way I'm the pictures. Thank God they're not moving, at least. Glancing at the live 2D avatar, what in tarnation? Let's all play toys. Sometimes I open up IDV because, oh, I hate playing it. It's so stressful. That suddenly, once I lose a match in IDV, it's like everything else is so much easier. Oh, maybe I will work on my animations after all. If it means no one will be torturing me in that game. Sometimes going, oh, I'll just play one match before I start my homework really does work. Because after that, I go, wow, I never want to play a video game again, man. It was dangerous when I was on a winning streak, though, because I was like, oh, maybe nothing can go wrong. Maybe games are fun. Thank God I was humbled. I'm free, man. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell if her forehead is darker or if it's lighter because the light's on top, or if that's just her shiny bangs. What a world we live in. Can't zoom in on the ref. Okay, I'm not annoyed by the hair anymore. Now I can finally branch out to the whole rest of the painting. Oh my god, I forgot about her entire lower body. I'm so glad I got on that lasso fill grind set. This shit's so quick. Okay, the photo has a bit of a blue cast. Guards, get the Yerple. I've gotta stop leaning so far forward. I'm still overjoyed that the chat overlay still works. I'm unshrimping, I'm unshrimping! I'm crabbing out. Her shirt is like a really saturated red, actually. And those shadows are like basically black. As much as I study color and light and how like shadows act differently on light versus dark materials, saturated stuff still freaks me out. Those shadows are crazy dark. Okay, I've got to figure out the shape of her hands before I try to shape this shirt, otherwise I will not know where to put the shadows. Oh my god, forgot her whole other hand. Maybe I should change brushes at this point. Going right back to lasso fill. Doesn't even matter. Did I finish my sentence 2 minutes ago, or did I even start it? Anyway, so happy the chat overlay works. I tried testing it so many times a few months ago, and I couldn't tell if it worked or not, and I didn't want to like fully start the stream to check. But it was not working with offline chat, which like other chat overlays I had tested before did, but then they stopped working too, so I had to switch to a fully different one. So, yay. Yay! What a joyful world we live in. Sometimes. Oh yeah, this brush is a lot better for the hair. You know, her head's, I think, too big still, and too stiff. It's tilted like that, and... I think I'm a bit too used to, like, screen sharing to my friends. It's weird not being able to just dox myself all the time. So instead of being able to talk about what's going on in my neighborhood, I have to just be like, saw a horse today, won't tell you where. Then again, I'm always like paranoid that I'll dox myself in really obscure ways. Like, my mic picks up so much background noise. Earlier I heard a plane and I was like, fuck. What if someone hears a plane and they figure out like where all the planes are right now? And they figure out like how close it is by the sound, and they know where I am. I'm doing the heavy lifting. No one has to give me paranoia. Her hair does not actually look like that. Sometimes I have fun when I'm painting and I add little details, and then much later in the painting I go, hey wait, I don't actually know how to draw that thing because I made it up. I'm trying to be so normal with studies recently. Trying to just observe things, so difficult. I took a drawing class last semester. It was just like introductory drawing because you gotta start with the lower division classes. Have like a lot of drawings from observation that I've been meaning to post, but since they're in like a huge sketchbook, they would be like really annoying to photograph. Okay, I should probably start zooming in now so I can work on the face. Because if there's anything I want to have that is readable in this, it's probably the face. I say right before I start erasing it because the angle's wrong. Whatever. Okay, brow bone here, nose there. She's facing a bit down, but looking up and to the side. Soften the features so they're easier to paint around. Anyway, big sketchbook annoying to photograph. Oh my god! Sorry, I'm taking a while to respond to chat messages, or it just showed up and I didn't notice. Let me, like, open Firefox so I can read it better. Okay, I was having, like, that exact thought earlier, though. Like, sometimes I'll take a selfie and, God forbid, post it online, and I have to make sure that like, none of the geographic features I live near are visible. Like, at most, my porch, and even then I'm like, what if someone finds my house? What if my porch is actually really unique? Which, like, I'm not famous. I don't have ops. Or even, like, creepy super fans. But, oh my god, you know how it is online these days. It's always good to be cautious. Yay! I love painting. I was so happy when I got back into, like, using alcohol markers. Because I used to use them in middle school, but in the way that, like, I don't know, people who do, like, line art and then they color in their lines do. And it kind of sucked. Like, it kind of sucked having just, like, flat color and then shading with a shadow color. I didn't dig it. But then I got back into it and I treated it like painting, and oh my god, it's like so much more fun. It's almost like doing something in the way that I like to do things is more fun. Oh my god, what is this song? Huh. I feel like Iceman is from the early games. It's weird that I'm not that familiar with this one. Oh wait, no, I recognize that Sting. Okay, I'm hallucinating a shadow that, well, again, that's not there. Okay. I just got a Steam notification. I was like, fuck, everyone's gonna know who I'm friends with! I don't have display capture on, it's fine. I think I'm realizing that I'm really paranoid and shy while doing this. Fuck, people are gonna know that I know people! Okay, right, back to the face. I got distracted. Gotta lock in. I always say that and then I don't lock in. But maybe this time it'll happen. Oh, feeling pretty good about that line. Okay, I'm gonna make the brow ridge shadow a bit lower contrast, because like her whole face is in shadow, and in the ref it is like not visible. Shit, people are gonna know I paint! We should all just stop posting online forever. Let's all be monks in the mountains. Hashtag chillang. I still think it would be a good idea to like really test monks on their whole commitment to not getting attached to material possessions by getting them like really into gacha games. Because I don't know, my friends, they were almost lured in by the digital trinkets, but they managed to resist temptation. I feel like that makes them stronger than like monks who train at that shit. I'm not that strong though. I love digital trinkets. I don't spend money on them though. But like, good. Will I do events in a game that I hate just for a little trinket? This eye is at the wrong angle. Oh yeah, I should probably like flip the canvas ever. Fuck, I can't flip my ref though. Now I don't know about these shadows. Okay, the nose is definitely lighter than the rest of the face because it sticks out. She's lit from above. So, around the edges of the nose. Noses are crazy, man. I'll be painting for like months straight and be like, I got this shit figured out. And then I'll paint like one in lighting I'm not used to, and I'll go, holy shit. You know, more than my family getting home and me being worried about the background noise when that happens, the real thing stopping me from streaming for too long is this playlist of the Mega Man soundtrack from games 1 through 6 is only 2.5 hours long, and I don't like listening to the same song too often. And also, like, a lot of the songs in the playlist are, like, unavailable. Kinda ominous. What'd they do to her? They gutted her like a fish. I'm gonna give this girl some eyebrows because I care. I can't see them in the ref, but I care. Okay, I feel like I got her face shape, like, kind of weird, but that's because I lied about the shadows over here, so I feel like her hair is like not connected to her head, and this eye is not right, man. Should be like further over here. I'm always like either one or the other. I either loop the same song for like hours on end, and by that point it's not even music to me, it's just background noise. So my Spotify stats every year just like which song I forgot I was listening to for the longest, or I like can't stand to hear the same song more than once every 10 hours. So like all my playlists end up really long. Like my main playlist I think is like 4,000 songs. Are you like asking what song I looped a lot or what? There's this one artist I follow who paints hair so beautiful, shiny style. I should really study their work, because, like, some people have really good control over their contrasts when it comes to, like, making material look shiny but not greasy. Soft shiny, I guess. One time they posted, like, my favorite thing to paint is hair. Yeah, man, I kind of figured. You got that shit figured out. It's like when a drapery artist posts, I like to paint fabric. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, what is my latest loop song? Painting Break. I've got to check my Spotify stats. I don't know what the actual website is called. I hope it's still called. Okay, stats for Spotify. La la la. Okay, most recently it's been Bird Sister by Black Audio and Bold with Fire by French Quarter. Been looping those two a lot. I always see the name of Bird Sister and I go, what an odd name for a song. And then I hear it and I go, oh, it's that song that I really like. Yay! So at a certain point I just like listened to it a lot so I would remember how it goes. And you know, as I'm saying this, I was like, no, really, how does it go though? And then I remembered. It's working. And all it took was listening to it 200 times. My headphones are falling off. Gotta be able to hear my Mega Mans. Okay, her hair like falls behind her a bit more than that. So it's like, I've got to start selecting colors more instead of just color picking from what I've already put down. So otherwise it gets real muddy. I go through like phases of being like, why does my art look so muddy? I really think that's it. I think it's just because I'm not picking new colors enough. Yeah, look right here, that's a kind of muddy brown. It's not dark enough though. The jawline looks kind of crazy. Gotta go. There? Yeah, I think that's alright. Maybe oranger. Colors is crazy, man. My mom has been painting more, so sometimes we'll just like stand around the living room talking about color and light. It's a crazy world. I'm always thinking about reflected light. Just a good spot to end that sentence, really. I'm always thinking about reflected light. Shaking my head. Okay, she has a rounder chin. Coloring with markers, though, is like a whole nother beast. Because you really can't change stuff once you put it down. So you when you're like thinking about the color of the thing you're drawing, you really have to factor in the lighting before you're like putting down your colors. Which, you know, when I'm doing this, I can put down my color and go, no, it should be like kind of cooler tone. Shit like that, but like if you're looking at a reference while looking at a reference while you're coloring with marker, you gotta like isolate the color. like look at it through a pinhole or something. I don't know. We did that in art class when I was in high school, and I'll be real, that class, not very good. Did not learn very much, but I get that because, like, middle school and high school art classes are more of an arts and crafts class, but the looking at stuff through a little hole in paper did help me when it comes to, what's it called? Um, Perceptual color? Oh my god, I accidentally minimized the window. What is it called? I don't think it's perceptual color, but something like that. The gray in her hair is actually kind of nice. This is looking pretty good, actually. Oh, I zoomed in too far. Never mind, not looking good. Let's get out of here. I think her face is a bit too pink, or at least like in the middle. I gotta pull from the edges. That's a good color. Gotta use that dark color for her mouth. I'm always, thinking my thoughts when I'm painting about how I'm gonna put a color down, whatever. But whenever I try to explain it, I feel like explaining it takes longer than the thought, because a lot of it is muscle memory. And I feel like I'm getting more confused talking about it, but I don't want to be streaming in dead silence, so. In case you're wondering why I've repainted the hair like 3 times. I went back to the hair. She looks a bit too joyful now. The reference picture, she's very, like, pensive, or, like, suspiciously glancing to the side. Maybe not suspiciously, like, judgmentally. Oh yeah, I forgot it's supposed to be, like, her skin. It should be less gray, maybe. Maybe I should go back to a textured brush. I do like that this one changes colors every stroke. I've got to remember to post this brush. Whenever I use it, I go, wow, this one's like so much better than I remembered it being. And no one will ever get to use it. Because I'm always like, I've got to paint a whole preview picture for the brush. And then I go, actually that's annoying, and I have like other paintings I want to work on. Oh, her hair like covers her whole shoulder. I leaned forward again, unshrimping. When I was starting out digital painting, one artist I followed was pretty down on using textured brushes. Well, not like pretty down, but they were like, you should learn how to render textures before you start relying on textured brushes, which is still good advice, but it made me start like totally avoiding using textured brushes like at all, which I still don't tend to use them for things like if I'm painting chainmail, I don't use a chainmail brush because then it's like incongruous with my style. And it's like really obvious. Because like, I'm I'm pretty specific about where I put detail. I'm not going to draw all that chainmail, and anyone's looking at it would know this guy did not draw all that chainmail. That pattern's too consistent. But their initial advice, I guess I misunderstood it when I was younger as like you should avoid textured brushes in general. So for the longest time, I was pretty much just using like hard round brushes. Kind of sucked. Kind of sucked. Because you could see every brush stroke, and then I'd be like, why does it look kind of messy? I don't know, man. Guards, get this guy a textured brush, so at least it looks messy on purpose. And also, I would render all my details by hand. Don't do that. Don't do that. Get some texture in there for the illusion of detail. Stat. I really like the Paint Tool side brush engine, but oh my god, I love having color jitter in brushes. I do still try my best to emulate side brushes though, because that shit was like buttery smooth. The like waveform thing at the top of the window, I had to keep like finicking with it. Is that the word? Whatever. Fidgeting? No. Anyway, because like the second I stop talking, there's always like a 1/3 chance that it'll keep picking up the hum of my computer. And I know that it starts worrying even more when I'm like streaming. So the like audio gates and whatever, I was fighting demons in there. Still not very good because I truly care more about a number being beautiful than being the actual best value. Oh, my beautiful 30s and 70s. It's as good as it's gonna get because of who I am as a person. I see those weird little specks sticking around the top of the window. I suppose it's a good thing I waited two or 3 years to stream again since last time, because otherwise I would have felt a little bad for my loyal subscribers on youtube.com who are like, can't wait for you to stream again. Sorry, bud. Sorry, moving to Twitch. Solely because I asked 2 of my friends who do stream on Twitch if it was better than YouTube in their opinion. They went, yeah, I think so. Okay, yay. One thing I really missed when I was making the move over though was setting up filtered words. On YouTube, you can just like copy and paste a huge list as long as they're separated by, I think, commas or something. But on Twitch, you gotta do it one at a time. So annoying. How long have I been working on this? Oh, only like 50 minutes. Oh, that face looks pretty cute, actually. I'm zooming back in to keep fucking with it. Okay, I'm gonna make a new layer, just in case I mess it up. I wanna, like, go back through the layers and see what I've done so far, actually. Literally just changed the size of the head and shit. Okay, maybe a couple other things. Oh, right. Oh my god, all the leaves. My mom's gonna be home in like 10 minutes. I don't remember if my dad gets home earlier than usual today. This might become a no mic stream soon. If it means my family gets home and starts, I don't know, slamming doors and coughing really loud. I get so embarrassed just like about background noise. I don't know why. If I know my family's in the house, I'm like, oh my god. What if they start saying their credit card information out loud? They don't know I'm broadcasting. Sky behind her is actually slightly blue-gray, not pink. That's too blue. Maybe just regular gray would work. Made the brush too big, it's lagging. Oh, malicious intention. We're really in it now. Open Firefox to see if something was wrong with the chat. And there was a message held. I could sense it. Okay. Wait, fuck, I tabbed away from OBS. Okay, yay. Whenever I listen to music like this, I go, man, I miss composing. Guy who composed one decent song and now he thinks he's Mozart. I miss composing. This is what color? Yellow. Song kind of goes nuts. What is this? Oh. Okay. Going back to round brush, by which I mean going back to lasso fill. Yeah, that's a better color for the leaves. Oh my god, I haven't saved this like at all. Girl study. Why's my brush creaking out? How density is that? Okay. Okay, her dress is, well, her skirt is about the same color as the shadow on the leaves behind her. But there are still pale leaves. Well, ones that are lit. They're blue, I assume because of the sky. Her neckline isn't well, not neckline, jawline right here isn't as defined as it should be. Oh, I forgot about her hands again. It's a good thing I worked so hard on the earring physics for this live 2D model, because by god do I tilt my head around a lot. Her hand is tilted upwards, actually. I do like doing studies of photos that I'm pretty sure I do not have the rights for, so you know I can't post the photo with the study to be like, see guys, it looks just like it. Instead I go, no, trust me guys, it looks just like it. No, I promise. Gotta get a more textured brush for the brickwork. Nah. Yeah, it should be grayer, a bit lighter. Dude, Live 2D is a fucking nightmare. No one should ever use it. Well, sometimes they should use it. I made my first model and it was so scary. And then like a year and a half later, I like redid my Sona's design because actually I think I sped through my model art for my first model because I just wanted to get into learning how to rig so fast, and you'll never believe this. If you have a rickety foundation, such as your model art, it's gonna make everything way harder, and it did. So, for my second model, plus cutesy redesign, so much more heart motif, I like really cleaned up the model art. And I think it went better. And also since I at least knew where stuff was in Live 2D now, I didn't want to like pull my hair out. So the rigging is a lot better too, in my opinion. You guys will never see the first model. I don't think I ever posted even like clips of it online. But it had some like fucked up dependencies for how the physics worked. Like, if you turn off physics, which usually doesn't break models, it just makes it so they don't wiggle around as nicely. If you turned off the physics, the blinking didn't work. I don't know why that is. And I think I tried to do something with it that I succeeded with this one, which is, you may notice the blink on this model doesn't, like, squish. Here, I should probably, like, go to the model showcase thing that I have. I gotta turn this freak sideways. Which button is that? You know, I just realized, oh my god, he's still sideways. Anyway, I realized I was talking that whole time, and that other, um, the model showcase one does not have a microphone source. Talking into the void. Anyway, I was just talking about the eye blink and how I drew the keyframes for it by hand. So, since Live2D is a tweening program, it freaks the fuck out if you use like individual pictures for things that it would want to like animate for you. It was scary. Anyway, I need to go like back read your messages because I missed a couple. La la la, la la la. Yeah. Doing like a first model does take a while. If you're ever foolish enough to try it again, though, it'll be faster at least. You'll still be tortured. Live2D will always find a way to make new problems for you. But after I, like, did some tweened animations for, like, my paintings, because sometimes I'm like, shoot, I want to make that thing move a little bit. I understand why people use Live2D for stuff like that now. Oh, the pendulums, the physics. I actually don't like doing some of this stuff by hand every time. I would like if it just figured it out, if I told it its extreme limits, and I was just like, okay, now wiggle. Live2D is a cruel mistress. But she's so beautiful. Oh my god, I'm starting to talk gay. I'm straight, I promise. Okay, I'm making up shadows again, but that one looked kind of nice. It's okay. I'm recovering from my relationship with Live2D though. Ignore the model I'm currently using. I've been learning Blender. I've been modeling my Sona in Blender. No one should ever do this. I don't think I'll ever use that for streaming though, because I feel like it would be a heavier load on my computer. And I don't want to have to figure out, like, face tracking for 3D models. I'm so glad VTube Studio is, like, such a widely used thing. I don't know. I feel like I know there are 3D face tracking programs. or like 3D model tracking programs, especially because VR chat exists. I don't have VR equipment, but you know, the overlap is there. But oh my god, modeling is already so hard. Like, every new hobby in the world, there's like the surface level thing, like learn to play piano, you gotta figure out the hand movements and read sheet music and keep time and whatever. Modeling? Holy fuck. There's... Okay, first of all, so many menus in the world. But also, I'm like pretty good at just the modeling aspect and even the texture painting. Huh, wonder why. Weight painting is fun, but it's also worse than torture. I like animating with 3D models a little bit. But oh my god, setting up like blend shapes for expressions. I don't want to do that ever again, man. Sorry, all my models are just like dolls. They're just dolls. They can't have expressions. I don't want to figure that out. I'm probably gonna have to someday. By which I mean I will force myself to someday. Okay, I've got to zoom out again so I don't start Greeking out about something no one will ever see. As if anyone's going to be inspecting my studies super closely. For real. Art as a hobby is like, hey girl, remember Plato's allegory of the cave? What if you just like kept doing that to yourself? Countless images, and you'll think they're real, and then you'll go outside. Sorry, that's not a coherent sentence, or a cogent point. Really getting some mileage out of CO ending in T words with an N in there. I understand you. Pictures, am I right? Well, I'm feeling pretty happy about those leaves. And that hair. I'm feeling pretty happy about this. I feel like her elbow sticks out too far. Let me... Yeah, it should end here. A lot of green stuff behind her. And there's like leaves that come in front of her and stick in front of her wrist. It's a really nicely framed photograph. I like how the plants radiate towards and outwards from her. Should I make her a bit smaller? Because I can't fit her shoes in the frame. Whatever. Guards, make that skirt longer. Thank you, guards. Okay, I gotta make that wall yellower. Like, the wall is really yellow in the ref. I don't know why I made it so, like, pinky gray. Which song is this? Oh, it's Top Man. Of all of the Megas' like lyrical covers of the Mega Man game soundtracks, I appreciate that the Top Man one, I think it was the Top Man one, they took that one pretty seriously. It was just giving you tips on how to fight him, really. I feel like that's the one where he's like, don't shoot me when I'm dancing. It's like, oh, okay. This is just a game tutorial. Like some of the other ones, they go full cowboy mode. Which one is that? Quickman? Yeah. They go like full cowboy duel with it, but Top Man. I'm wistfully shaking my head. Top Man. Now's the phase in the study where I really start making stuff up. There are not all these cute little gaps in the plants. I think there could be, though. They would be much darker because they're in pretty heavy shadow, though. Maybe that's why I can't see them. Oh, okay. Bye. Bye. I don't know when you sent that message because I was looking away. Bye. It's good that you put if I go again. Who knows what'll happen? Might be another 3 years. I should probably check if my mom has texted me recently. Huh. Nothing from my mom, but some from Asai. I think it's just fashion stuff, though. I will get that later. Mostly because my keyboard is really loud, and I could answer on my phone, but here's the fun of that. I keep talking really quietly and then doing my, like, joke gravelly voice when I'm talking to myself. I don't know why. I don't think I usually speak like this to my friends. I'm shy. That's my chair, by the way. The loud creaking. And also the rolling noise. My girlfriend calls it the boulder. I suppose once I like work on the hands a little bit, guy who keeps wandering away to do something else. Once I work on the hands a little bit, I should probably be able to end stream. Because the rest of this, I'm like, bleh, about working on. Oh, there's like way more plants near her and around the underside. See, I'm going quiet again. Around the underside of the wall, whatever. My god, it's been like an hour and a half. Maybe I should drink water. Model looks kind of goofy when I do that. It's gonna be really exciting to watch back this VOD and figure out if my audio levels were like really messed up this whole time. I don't think they are. I'm trying to figure out if I would be able to stream animation progress on here because, you know, besides the graphic content, I suppose, I don't know if Blender would explode if I did that. And I would also have to, well, I don't think I have desktop audio unmuted in general, but I would definitely have to make sure it doesn't play audio because I'm definitely animating songs to copyrighted music. I feel like the animation would not look good without the audio. Whatever. It's pictures. Oh my god, the hands. Red shadow and then the kind of like brownish color from hair. Okay, deeper red shadow around my wrist. Sleeve should be longer. Elbow should come out further. I trimmed it back a while ago and I never fixed the like position of the folds. Her face still looks like a bit too demure, but it is what it is at this point. I hope it's easy to export VODs to YouTube. I've never done it before. Okay, that strand of hair isn't actually there. So if I'm gonna hallucinate, it should look better. Okay, I'm leaning too far forward again. Why'd that song suddenly go Earthbound mode? Yeah, I gotta make the foliage denser on this side, because, well, it is in the ref, and also it looks really unbalanced right now. Let me flip this. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Let me get a bigger brush, and a gray, blue, wash that over. Gotta deepen these shadows, because the reflected light I don't think would get that far in there, but it's definitely hitting the bottom ones down here, I think. Oh, you know, I should probably paint the grout in the wall. Riveting stuff. Grout painting. Okay. It's like kind of dark gray yellow. I keep like looking up and seeing that my webcam light is on, getting nervous. Like, oh my god, did I forget to turn it off? Hey, you're live streaming. I should set up a mic source on the model showcase scene in OBS. Guards, write that in my to-do list. Not enough people try to kill me, so my guards are just personal assistants. I hope they don't hear that and start making attempts. I feel like it'd be easier to just paint this dark and then do the highlights, because... well, because I said so. Yay! Okay, coming back over to Firefox just to make sure I haven't missed something else. Nah. Okay. Meow, meow, meow. My model's always leaning really far to the side because I have OBS open in the direction that it's facing right now. And so I always have my like body turned that way, but my head is like facing my screen. Just keeping you guys posted. Okay, yeah, she does have a pretty dark shadow behind her arm. Anyway, this is starting to look pretty good. Right here's a pretty dark shadow. Her sleeve is like really deep dark red. Oh, yay! Hi! Thanks! I keep like having to stop myself from whistling or humming along to the song. I don't think whistling picks up on my mic very well, so that's good at least, but it would still probably sound like wind at least. But in my old VODs, I hummed a lot just because I didn't know what to say all the time, which, you know, I still don't, but whatever. And it just does not sound that good. Fighting for my life. Oh my god, I actually do need to, like, stop for a second though. I think there's something in my eye. Enjoy the model Greeking out while I hold up a mirror to my face. Okay. Yay. I know I said like 30 minutes ago, probably less, that I would stop once I like got the hands figured out. And also the foliage, whatever. I still don't know if my mom is home yet, so that's the real thing that'll be the end of this stream if I get called away by my parents. It's really hard to not overdo low contrast details. Like, in the reference photo, her shirt has a lot of quite subtle folds around the forearm. I'm trying to just imply that with the texture of the brush strokes, because otherwise I'll probably make the shadows too dark. It's hard though. Yo, this art shit's hard. Why does anyone do it? For fun? Nice. I suppose people play difficult games for fun too. Someone should put an end to this. Plot of, not Brave New World, The Giver maybe? I wonder if they have video games in The Giver. Oh yeah, I like that red. I think the shadow next to her face is a little weird. Oh my god, just accidentally dragged the whole layer. I think it should be like closer this way. Maybe I should make a new layer so I don't change anything I actually like under here. Yeah, her... What? Oh, I have my eraser selected instead of my painting brush. Her bangs don't stick out that far. They look cute though. I don't think she even has bangs on this side. I'm just following my heart. We will save your haircut, girl. Okay. And I'll just erase where I did like stuff. I didn't make her face like way bigger when I did that. Oh, odd. I can't tell where her hair part is. I looked over at OBS just now, and the stop streaming button is lit up blue, and I swear it said start streaming. And I was like, have I been talking to myself this whole time? Yeah, you have. Oh my god, the brush is way too big for this. Do I like that hairstyle more? Yeah, I do. Ugh, gotta lean back. I suddenly started like brainstorming things that would warn me to lean back if I started leaning forward too far. All quite gruesome concepts coming to mind. I'll figure something out though. I don't think she has that shadow in the reference actually. It's kind of just pale, shiny hair up here, and then her hair part is very slightly darker. I swear this song has played already, but it hasn't been 2.5 hours yet. It's crazy to think I used to stream for like, well, I streamed 3 times ever before, but one of those times I think was 4 hours, and my music playlist for streaming, by which I mean my Mega Man music playlist, was much smaller before. So I would hear the same song really often, and when I went to bed, like still lying awake before I fell asleep, I was hearing it. I was hearing Magnet Man's theme. I don't want to go back, man. I think I've kind of ruined that. So this is why we always make a new layer when we change something, just in case it sucks. I used to be a 1 layer painting head, but one too many paintings got ruined by me going, yeah, I'll just change this little thing and it'll probably look fine. It didn't. It didn't. Hey, I kind of liked how it looked before, and I wasn't recording my process, so I can't go back and screenshot how it looked when it was good. But even that would, like, totally ruin the image quality. Always make new layers. File size doesn't exist. It's crazy seeing people who, like, accuse an artist of passing off AI as their work, and they're like, you post a process to prove that you drew this, like post the process of this painting that you already posted. I don't know about you guys, I do not record the process for every painting I do because, oh my god, the file size is like huge if you do that. It used to be like really bad before Clip optimized their process recording. I don't know how all that works, but it used to be like on this size canvas, a regular painting recording would be, I think, like 10 or 15 gigabytes, Now it's like maybe 200 megabytes, lot better. But if I go over 5 layers, my computer starts blacking out whenever I save, or whenever the autosave kicks in, which is often. Yeah. I'm glad that clip has a built-in recording thing, because when I used to paint in Sai, oh my god, recording speed paints was a nightmare, because I don't like editing videos, which is why I only post like speed paints and animations. I never post speed paints like that often. I only post animations or music I wrote, or I guess VODs. I don't like having to edit out dead time in speed paints though, because then I have to like scrub through the whole thing and find where there was a lull in it. Which means when I was recording speed paints, when I was using Sai, I had to like do it all in one sitting. It was horrible. I remember back in the day with speed paints, if someone had to like get up and walk away mid speed paint, they would just write on screen. So I had to have it go somewhere else for a second. I'm like, that was normal. It was funny seeing like what task they were doing by how long it took though. I mean, you wouldn't know what task in particular, but whatever. I always go on side quests when I say I have to go do something. Okay, I really like that hair. Maybe a little lighter here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, there's leaves in front of her right here and here. Here. I know I keep mentioning it, but I'm still riding the high of the chat overlay working. You don't understand. It was maybe 7 hours of trying different chat overlays. I mean, not 7 hours all at once, but over the course of a few months, I kept trying to get them to work. So this is awesome. It was awesome. I'm really glad that the formatting worked too, because is it CSS or CCS? I had all that like ready from when I was like figuring out my YouTube chat overlay, and then I literally never streamed on YouTube again after I figured that out. But oh my god, I got that look down and it matched the rest of my overlay so nicely. So I was like, I literally have it ready. Please just let me use this. Please. We're so back. Guy who fell off the grid for years, we're so back. We didn't know you were still alive, man. I'm back. You know, I zoomed in a while ago to like fix her mouth to make it less smiley and more like pensive, and then I like literally didn't. Need a pink shade, maybe set the brush to 50% opacity. Okay, I really do have to like zoom in on the ref because it's been what, an hour and 40 minutes of just squinting really hard. Oh, my mom is home. It might be so not back, you guys. Oh. You may have noticed I moderated you. Sorry, I modded you. You're a moderator. I modded you in your sleep 2 years ago. That's right, Milo. You're the law in this town. Just like Quickman from the Megas. Okay, now that I've zoomed in on the ref, she has like full bangs over her forehead. It's too late. It's too late for that. This looks good without those. No wonder her eyebrows were like totally invisible. This is my AU of girl in red shirt. It's okay, Milo. I knew you would be there for me when it counts, and also follow me at some point. I could hear someone opening the fridge. I think... Okay, first it was the freezer, and now it's the fridge. Live blogging the noises in my house. I hear dishes clinking out there. I guess now's the time to find out whether or not OBS noise suppression or Discord noise suppression win. Who will hear my dad coughing? Sorry, I had to hum along for that part because I couldn't remember which robot this song was. But once I did that part, I remembered the words from the Megas edition. Woodman, I think. Let me check to make sure. I'm so good at this game! Not Mega Man though, I've never actually played it, I just like the fan rock operas. And the soundtrack. Just the regular soundtrack's pretty good too. La. I'm really glad that human eyeballs work the way they do, so I can be moving my head around Craigsy style but still looking at my screen. Many things that we take for granted every day. That eyebrow should be paler. Oh, I think my mom is home now, so it must have been my dad before. That or it was just him opening the freezer door again. I've run out of topics because I'm almost 2 hours in. It's just fridge blogging from here on out. I was gonna... Actually, let me check the screen color. Okay, yeah, her, like, face in the ref is actually much darker. You know, I didn't mean to use lasso full for that. Okay. Bye. I saw your, I think fashion DMs a while ago. I will get to them soon. Hi, Sai. Yay, sleeplet. Mm. Mm. They call him that in prison and other places, maybe. I wouldn't know about what they call him in other places, but I definitely know about in prison. Okay, can lower the opacity on this now. Yep, 60 seems good, not just because it's a number I like. Smiling so peacefully. No, I promise it's not just because it's a number I like. And I look over at the Asai Vroid model and I go, wow, a lot of 30s and 70s in that model. Well, Asai mention. Sure, I've been getting a lot more mileage out of the blur brush now that I've bound it to a hotkey. I wonder why that is. I feel like her face is shorter than this. Question mark. Maybe her mouth is just higher up. And a bit wider too. Wrong button. Alt Shift. Countless hotkeys in the world. Oh yeah, the expression is looking better. You know, I'm realizing that humming along to the music is probably worse than it was on my old streams, specifically because I have my mic on a quarter-second delay, because the mouth tracking on my model is already pretty bad because my webcam has a light aimed straight at it, so it cannot fucking see me most of the time. But also it has quite a bit of lag, so I'm just trying to make up for that by delaying my audio. I'm not delaying my Spotify audio, though. I feel like that upper lip is kind of non-existent right now. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, maybe I zoomed out a bit too far. Something is happening to me. My stomach kind of hurts all of a sudden. Surely nothing that a whole another pot of coffee can't fix. Oh my goodness. The drinklet. Dude. How are you drinking it that fast? How big were these cups? Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad then. One of my favorite robot songs is playing. Everyone stand and salute for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Milo. So patriotic for what really matters. Dude, this hand is greeking me out. I thought it would be so simple. Okay, I should just do the, like, shadow of the underside of the other hand. Because it's just, like, reaching around the flower. But I will probably have to do the top side of the other hand, too. Oh, and at that point, why not just do the whole other hand? Is this Needleman's song? One of my other favorite robots? We're so fucking back. I don't think I have, like, robots I dislike. So we weren't gone in the first place. But we're back. Okay, now I'm thinking kind of hard about it. Do I have robots I dislike? Maybe like the Boston Dynamics robot dogs? Well, I mean, I don't dislike them on a, like, fundamental level. I dislike their use cases, though. Yeah. Sometimes technology can be really cool and impressive, and you look at it and go, yeah, that's gonna be used evil style. And then you hear about it being used evil style and go, that's awesome. Gotta just get a textured brush and go crazy on the flowers so they look intentional. Oh, I should zoom out on the ref. Oh my god, yeah, I just clicked on it, zoomed out on its own. Okay, I'm just gonna shade the skirt a little bit, make sure it's about as dark as the deepest shadows in the hair. Maybe even just use those shadows, because fuck not. This flap of the shirt is too light. This shadow under the shirt should be darker, I think. And also redder. A lot of red. Oh wait, she has like a whole elbow over here. I wonder if my neighbor's dog barking is getting picked up. Probably. The many mysteries that this VOD will answer or hold for me personally. Are my audio levels okay? Is that dog audible? How bad is the delay with me humming? I know I keep mentioning it, I think about it a lot. Oh, okay. Yay! I've got so little trust in my heart, Milo. Because, I don't know. Last time I streamed, well, that era, I was like, hey guys, are the audio levels okay? And they went, yeah, they're fine. Oh, one sec, I'll remember that. Okay, yay! But last time I was streaming, I was like, hey guys, are the audio levels okay? And they went, yeah. And then I listened back to the VOD and holy fuck, the music was so loud. Never again, man. I love when the music is just kind of barely audible in the background. Oh shit, clicked on the wrong thing. You're so right, man. I also love music. Smiles. Yay! Perfect ghost level. The perfect quantity of ghosts in that music. Ghost in the shell? Nah, son. Ghost in the cassette player. Trap that shit in there. Some people have a deadbeat dad, I just have a deadbeat. There is a spirit in the machine. Thank you, my friend. I was talking about you becoming a monk when it comes to gacha games earlier. I was just thinking about it again. I do think they should be testing monks with gacha games. They gotta get them hooked on it and see if they can escape. My buddy Milo is so powerful they escape digital trinkets. I could never be so strong. It's okay. All games are just collectathons to me. That reminds me, the Torum Online spring event is back. I think I should log on. It's been a while. They've got digital trinkets to give me because it's been so long. I had been thinking of what games I could stream. Not that I think I would do that. Just because I have less to talk about when it comes to games than I do with drawing, because I'd be thinking my thoughts when I draw. I don't think when I game. And I also have to consider, like, what will make my computer explode. Monster Hunter, just by default, makes my computer sniffle and whimper. IDV, I don't want to risk the ping lag. Oh, but Torum Online is so lightweight because it's a 2015 mobile game ported to PC. No one wants to watch Torum gaming. But I want to waterboard people with it. In a VC I was in last night, people were talking about like what games they had a lot of hours in. It's really embarrassing to see the like disparity of hours between games that I really like and Torum Online. Psychonauts, I think I have 40 hours in at most. Torum Online, 460, and that's not even all of them because I played on my phone sometimes. It's so over, man. I don't know how that got so high. Well, I could play Stardew Valley with you. I've never played Stardew before. Don't trust my Steam stats, by the way. I used to share an account with my brother. I think I would get nervous. Oh, but we could have our very own Pages farm. Oh, Goop Stardew. You know, I could probably stream Minecraft. I think my computer was literally born for it. Not that anyone would want to see that. Though I do enjoy a good creative building now and again. Oh, I do love a good building. I still haven't finished my OC house, even though I have been using it for comic backgrounds. Okay, wait, you're right. People do love building streams. I'm people. I miss B-Dubs' building streams so bad. He might still do them and I just don't know because I'm not like a channel member anymore. I think because he stopped streaming as often as he had been. So I was like, maybe I don't need to still be here. And then he like started right after I what's the word? It's not, I didn't unsubscribe from him, but I stopped being a member. Unmember before I dismembered. It's okay. I'm a bit of a trendsetter. I'm a bit of a rebel. I do things other ghosts don't do. Dismemberment's just part of the job around here. I open Blockbench and I hit the explode button. And all the limbs go flying. that what it's called in Blockbench? I don't actually remember. I haven't used it in a while. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, wait, guys, this painting's looking like good style. I zoned the fuck out. This girl showed up on my screen. Guys, you won't believe what's happening. The painting, it's... nah, I shan't say. Oh, I should make a value checking layer. Color? Sure. Set to draft layer. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's white. I won't be using purple. Where the fuck are the flowers? It's kind of bad that I can't spot them from black and white view. I think the hair is pretty pale. Darker color layer. It is pretty pale over there, so that's fine. I've started whispering again. Someone hit this guy with rocks. Yeah, I like that. Oh, I haven't saved in a while. Oh, my favorite song from the Mega Man soundtrack. So high-pitched. Really like that brow ridge line. I want to define, well, I think maybe nose ridge actually. I want to find out how losing that soft contrast. Ooh, how nice. I feel like the jawline is kind of blending in with the hair shadow a lot here. Pull that forward some more. My back. 50% opacity? Question mark. Okay, gotta change back to a different brush. I'm so glad I don't have to paint ears in this painting. I've gotta paint more girls and women with long hair. I love not painting ears. Cover them things. Back to leaves. Yeah. I mean, like, I mostly got them figured out. Okay, I figure them out every few years, and I got this shit figured out. And then they start looking weird, and I look at an ear again, and I go, what in tarnation? Just don't like drawing them. Because I'll, like, have everything else figured out when it comes to stylization, and then I'll draw an ear, and I do it way too detailed. Or, like, I can recall the structure of them pretty well, but then I'll do it based on that structure. And, like, I don't rotate it in my mind enough. So it's like, hey, that inner part of the ear actually wouldn't be visible from that angle. Everyone's gonna notice. No. We draw so similar, Milo. Historians will struggle to tell our work apart. Let's all get meaner. Stat. And then Milo won't have to be sad. Okay, you got me. Oh, you rascal. Fuck, that reminds me. Last night, our, mutual friend, Spain, was screen sharing Breath of the Wild, and my mutual friend with Spain, Dog, we were both watching, and Dog and I have both played a decent amount of Breath of the Wild. Dog, like, 10 times more than me, and he does crazy challenge runs and shit. I just like exploring. We were both watching Spain play for the first time, doing their strange challenge run for a first playthrough. I know they mentioned it in group chat. It was so scary, man. Whenever Spain would walk past something, I'd be like, fuck, the trinkets, man. But they don't no backseating and no spoilers, so I would just DM Dog and be like, the trinkets! This shit is like horror movies to me. I was watching them like refill their inventory with meals, as one does in Zelda. Um, and the whole time I was watching them pick like ingredients from their inventory, and I was like, "Come on, don't combine those two things, or else it'll go bad, man. Your ingredients." I learned my micromanaging when it comes to Zelda through the fire and the flames of my dad not really knowing what he's doing in that game, but like constantly trudging through the mud to do stuff, or doing the exact opposite. He walks into a shrine and goes, PJ, can you do this one for me? I don't get it. Come on, man. Whatever. Okay, let me read that message. Yeah. Part of the reason why I wanted to play Minecraft and so built this computer is because I was watching too many people play it at the time, and I was like, I would not have fucking done that. I've got to play this sandbox game. Watching other people play sandbox games is a unique form of torture. Endless opportunities, countless things you could be doing, and you chose that? Come on. Hmm. And well, sandbox games is the worst of it, but shit, even like Monster Hunter, I'll see someone's build sometimes and go like, no, really, man. At least with different weapon types, builds are varied enough that I at least don't know what they're doing most of the time. Okay, what are you saying over there? It's a scary world out there, man. Let's all disagree with gamers forever. No one should ever watch other people play video games. Unless it's me. Unless it's me, hi! Or I suppose my friends as well. You're so real, man. Dude, playing Terraria is so embarrassing. Like, I appreciate that one guy bought it for me and was like, let's play game together. Hashtag chillang. Holy fuck, that game is confusing to start out. Like, at least I knew some stuff about Minecraft through cultural osmosis, but Terraria is, like, dense. Like, any block or whatever that required interaction, I had to open the wiki. Wiki game. You know, actually, maybe I'm nostalgia poison. Well, not nostalgia poison. Maybe I have rose-tinted glasses when it comes to how learning Minecraft for someone who was not really, like, able to play it for the first 10 years of it existing. I forgot how I started this sentence. Anyway. Maybe I'm just not recalling how confusing that was, because I do distinctly remember when I first started playing, I was like, it would be nice to use scaffolding, and I could not figure out, like, how the controls worked with scaffolding, you know, like crouching and placing and shit like that. And I see, like, Hermitcraft members using scaffolding as well, and they're like, I don't get this shit, which is why I never use it. Hashtag dirt. I am shading Good Times with Scar right now. So, like, it's not just me who's, like, just stupid when it comes to that block. I love scaffolding now. But I had to be Googling, like, no, really, how do you fucking use this? And there were, like, no answers. Like, am I crazy? Surely someone else has had this question before. I suppose they just went, I'm just not going to use it then. Maybe I wasn't looking in the right place. Maybe I should have just tacked Reddit onto the end of it. You know it's bad when you have a question, you put Reddit on the end of it and there's still no answer. Oh, fuck. No one's ever had this thought before. Okay, there is actually much denser leaves over here. Right along there. Well, we're really approaching the mark of when this playlist is gonna start over. I've gotta wrap this up. I actually don't know if it's started over yet, because there's a lot of songs that are unavailable. And I don't know if those are counted towards the playlist length. When they're, like, saying the whatever, you know what I mean. The duration. Okay, we're smaller so I have my opacity back. Okay, yeah, I think the playlist has definitely started over. Magnet Man is back. Everyone say hi, Magnet Man. The Megas looked at this particular robot and said, yeah, this one's straight. Dude, yeah. It's so heartbreaking when YouTube's like, hey, some of the videos that you quite like have disappeared. We won't tell you which ones. I want to know so I can hunt them down through, like, back alleys and shit. Think about that one animator that Pluto and I saw that they deleted, like, all their YouTube videos, but most of their Tumblr posts are still up, so we saved all of them, and a few days later, they had deleted their Tumblr account too. Oh my god, we were on that shit. We could smell the end coming. Like, we were just having one of our usual calls, like, oh, let's go check on this animator we both like. Where'd it all go? Oh, shit, that reminds me, that actually happened to another animator that we both like. They, like, privated a lot of their old popular videos, and we were like, what the fuck? The good ones? The really good ones? So at least they unprivated ones that were, like, requested by people to be like, no, wait, can I see that one again? I miss her. I miss her. So we saved them just in case. Thank you, external hard drive. 10 million videos saved. Oh shit. My parents have migrated to this end of the house. I hear doors opening and closing. I'm in Silent Hill. I'm in Loud Hill. Okay, I believe you, Milo. I'm in Five Nights at Freddy's. There's doors opening and closing and shit, but don't even worry about it, princess. Or do worry about it. I know you like that Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't worry about it, but it's because you're not worrying. You're like, yay about it. I got it figured out. You always gotta be one step ahead of a video being taken down, though. Data hoarding. If you ever watch a video that you like more than, I don't know, an 8 out of 10, maybe even a 7 out of 10, you gotta download it right away. If I ever like a video enough to send it to Goop Chat, I'm already downloading it. I respect that. Teto Guy #1 fan. Oh, warm. Okay. When I stop and lean over and stare silently, it's because my stream preview is really small and the font is like chat font is really hard to read at a distance. I love monospace fonts, I think that's what it's called. I love monospace fonts. They're kind of really hard to read at a distance. Especially ones with like roundy letters. It's worth it. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it's easier to tell letters apart by the distance between them. Oh, but I love the uniformity of monospace fonts. It's on this layer. Oh, okay, just a lot of plants. What a rude creature. At least it's no Stinky. What a horrid creature. I walked out into the kitchen earlier. What was his ass doing? Sat on the stove. Come on! My hand is starting to fall asleep. When I got it on the keyboard, on that lasso fill tool. It's always lasso fill that makes my hand like cramp up and fall asleep. I guess because I'm like holding down the button a lot, but what a world we live in. No. I feel like changing the keybind wouldn't do much. I think it's just like the action of holding it down. Because like it's not a difficult one to get to. I have it bound to the A key, and I always have my fingers on Control Z, so it's one key away. Okay, I think just like a little more detail on the grout, and I'll be able to call this done enough. Okay, let's see. Monochrome, zoomed out. Yeah, that looks really good. Maybe a little more definition around the eyes. Just a little, I promise. Change brushes. Mechanical pencil brush. Okay, let me zoom in on the ref. That's a bit too dark. Maybe it's because, yeah, her nose is weirdly over here. Shit, it's not lasso tool, it's lasso fill. Glanced over at the stream preview. This nose definitely looks weirder now that I've done that. Maybe it doesn't look weirder. Maybe it's just in general weird. Fighting for my life. Ah. Maybe like this whole eye should move over. And also this nose. I feel like that does look better, but it's like a trust me moment. Because I've got to fix the, like, shape of the nose down here. Gotta cover that down there. Move the shadow. And also the nostrils. So basically just the whole structure of the nose. I feel like it's too concave around the eye socket. It should just be like in there. Let me pick up some of the red from this shirt. Pretend that it's reflected light. I think this eye is like longer. Because the other one is angled away from, well, the actual literal camera, because it's a photograph that I'm studying. You can tell I'm really thinking with my noggin for this one, because I'm talking a bit less. Too red around the eye. Biffed it. I beefed it. I whiffed it. I feel like this highlight on the nose bridge is just a dream. Because the contrast up here is a lot lower than right here on the nose. So trying to shade it with similar contrast is actually just not how it looks. Smiles. Okay, I zoomed in a while ago just to change the eyes, and now I'm like, the whole face needs help, dog. Yeah, her nose bridge does come down like that. It's not as noticeable as the nose highlight, but the bottom of her cheek, or I guess like around her mouth, is similarly highlighted. I should change brushes for that, though. And around the edge of the nose, the shadow softens a lot. But only at the bottom, because nostrils. Well, I guess it's more like the shadow flares out. No, the highlight flares out. Whatever. Dog, who cares? I care. Okay. No, it's too dark. Okay. It's been most of the way to 3 hours. I think that's good. I think. Maybe a little more work on the chin. I'm never escaping this, am I? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm looking at my like time limited, layer limited, zoom locked, single brush challenges, I'm like, that's a little extreme. And then I end up in this type of coal mine. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Well, I'm calling this done. Yay! Yay! Bye. I did a peace sign. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye!